In tonight's video, we're going to be listening to an actual recording of a police radioing in about a UFO that he saw hovering over his car.
Yes, all it is now is just an orange glow. That's all I can see. Where we put a sun paper, Joe. I don't think the sun would just be in that one spot.
And if you guys recall the Belgium UFO wave that happened during the 1980s, this is one of the photos that was taken. And tonight I'm going to let you listen to an expert analysis of this photo. And this is one of the reasons why I believe that this photo is true. So stay tuned for this as well. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. You know, we're jumping straight into today's video. So this Sergeant Rusty was an officer, a police officer, recorded a UFO. And I always believe that a lot of this older footage is more legit than some of the stuff we're seeing today. Now, the device he recorded with, I kind of looked at it and tried to scan it in and try to figure out what it was. So this is the best that I can come up with. This recorder or type of recording device was used by a lot of police officers and also a lot of reporters back in the day. And he used this to record his encounter with this UFO or with this UAP. So this is the best I can do. Now, the audio isn't the best in the world, guys. It's the best I can do, but I will have some captions and stuff come up. But this is very, very, very interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this play, quit my yabbing, and then I'll be back in just a minute.
You're lucky. So we got a tape recorder sitting nearby a radio whenever you're ready. We'll keep her running. If it starts up again, you see up and we'll record a little bit of it. Just didn't want you to think we all screw loose. Got water. All go to bed. Hey, TS, all it is now is just an orange glow. That's all I can see. The sun is coming up. Better not be. It's awful early. Where do we put a sun paper, Joe? I don't think the sun would just be in that one spot. I think it's moving out, you guys. Oh, we'll watch it. We moved up to a higher vantage point, so you tell us what it does. Well, listen. Engines. Can you hear it? I hope. Because it's sure cold out here. Yes, we are. Sounds like to me a power plant diesel motor and a screeching noise in between it there, or with it. Okay, yeah, we're listening. 4:29 a.m. Just for the record.
All right, guys, let me know what you think about this. This police officer recorded this UFO, and you hear it straight right there. And this was over 30 years ago that this was done. So let me know what you think, probably close to 40 years that this was done. So let me know what you guys think about this and if you like stuff like this. I have a couple more audio recordings I can share with you guys as well. If you want to hear it, I'll try to find some documentation for it to back it up. And then also I told you that I was going to talk or show you a video why I believe this sighting of this UFO, basically it was a triangular shaped UFO that was during the Belgian wave that one person took. Some people don't believe it, but I've always believed that this is a genuine photo of it. I'll do a whole video at some point about this particular triangular shaped UFO and then other ones, but I wanted to at least present this to you. So let me go ahead and let this play as well.
Well, we come to Belgium. These slides were provided to me by an organization over there that has been looking at this case. You heard about this case yesterday, actually. triangular shaped with reddish yellow lights at each corner, and then a more orangish red light centered in the bottom. Well, this is pretty close to the original exposure of the one frame that was taken by this gentleman with a 35mm camera color film. Some very interesting things going on here. Next slide. Here's a computer enhancement done by the University of Belgium. I'm sorry, the Military Academy did this one, where they can kind of subtract a luminance effect to get down to the real hot spots, the real bright hot spots. And if this is a rigid object, and if these are lights attached rigidly to the corners, how do we explain a V, a little U-shaped V, a bent straight line and a straight line? There's no geometry we can find of a rigid object in yaw, pitch, and roll that would explain those lights. Next slide, please. Let's take a look at some of the corner lights now, one at a time. Next slide. All right, I believe this is the lower left. In an image like this, the color doesn't mean anything, for those of you who are not familiar with the pseudo-color. But the computer can assign a color to what was once a gray, a level of gray. And since the human eye is so much more sensitive to color, it's helpful in pulling out minor details, fine details, such as this structure here in the sky background. Let's take another slide, please. That was linear. This is clearly a J with some very interesting boundary profile around it, which is hard to understand. Next slide. And we have a little more circular area. Well, this case has not been explained. It remains an unidentified aerial phenomena. That does not mean that it's from outer space necessarily. It means it hasn't been identified. And the Belgian government has gone on record. First of all, they were honest enough to open up the data right away, no cover-up, as far as we can tell. The military cooperated extensively, and the UFO research group, which is multidisciplinary, did a great job, not only using their own talents, but calling upon experts around the world. And that's the way this business ought to run. No classification, nothing to hide. The phenomenon is worldwide. Let's get on with it on a worldwide basis. Next slide, please. Well, the computer can also subtract and add, well, I should say subtract is a better word, background brightness, so that we can now see the outline of the object itself that was not visible in the original to the human eye. The information was there in the film, but you just couldn't see it. The computer helps you see it. And I just want to point out, it is symmetrical, and here's the axis here, so that if you flop this edge over, it matches up here. The tips here, if you want to call it a wing section, which I don't think it is, I don't think it's a lift, in other words. It's flat, this is the rear end. My conjecture is that as the central source is the source of anti-gravity, basically the support capability, and that what's going on at the corners is the attitude stabilization system, the ability to yaw, pitch, and roll in the angular dimension.
All right, so there you guys go, and I have video clips of triangular shaped UFO, and then I also have photos too. So I am working on it's about a 20-30 minute video on this where I'm going to break down a lot of this stuff, and I'm probably going to show you some videos and photos you've never seen before of triangular shaped craft. Of course, this is one, but I have several of them I want to present to you guys. So let me know if there's something you're interested in. Those people have asked me about it, but the majority, if you guys really want to see it, I'll go ahead and finish that video clip up and show that to you, because I have some pretty interesting photos I think you guys probably wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. And then also I am working on several other videos too. I still owe you guys a video on some alien beings. There was a photo that was taken by a ring dorm camera or something, and I need to show this to you guys. So I'm working on breaking that down too. So you guys just be patient with me. Got a lot of stuff I'm working on. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. I always appreciate you guys watching.